All right, I will call the meeting to order at 6:04. We should probably have someone take notes though, huh? If I wonder if she's at town
Hall.
hall. You know what? Let me text her really quick and see if she's
Yeah.
She's probably looking for us. Woohoo. No.
Let me text her.
That's funny. I was going to ask what's going on at town hall.
I thought that too, Robin.
Okay.
Yeah.
If not, I can just take some notes.
There's
And
a
there's
lot
no
of
meter.
meetings
Oh, there she is. Yay.
going on.
Yay!
Hello. I was just gonna
Here,
text
okay.
you to say maybe she went to town hall. It's only 6:05. All right. All right, we can hold on. All right, we can call the meeting to order. It is the Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 meeting of the Upton Cultural Council, calling to order at 6:06 p.m. I'll just call everyone's name to do a roll call since we're on Zoom. All right, Jennifer Conrad, chair, here. Robin Jokela, co-chair.
Here.
Megan Ronzio.
Here.
Marie Kitchen.
Here.
Shelley Glassman.
Here.
Lynn Haggerty.
Here.
And Kate Baden. I think you're on mute, Kate. Okay. And we do
I
not
am.
have
I'm
any
here.
other attendees that I can see. All right, has everyone had a chance to review the agenda?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Any issues, or can we get a vote to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda as written.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor, just raise your hand. Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? You? All right. All right, has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the March 17th meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Any changes, amendments? No? All right. Can I get a vote to approve the minutes from the March 17th, 2026 meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll
Right. Can
second
we get
it.
a second? All right, all in favor?
Who made the motion?
Aye.
Sorry.
I
is
made
that?
it, Kate.
Okay,
I
and
did. Megan.
who seconded it? So it's hard on Zoom
Robin.
to like follow the voice.
Robin.
Uh,
Robin.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, treasurer's report, Marie. What's going on?
Okay. So, the correction was made, the $45 that was in one place and belonged in the other, that was made. So our total cash deposit revenue sits at 764 and everybody's in the right account. Yay. Interest income went up by one month. So that amount went up to 198.77. So total is still a little over 900. Otherwise, I haven't seen any invoices for events come in yet. So if you have an invoice, bring them on. Bring them in this direction.
Yeah. Okay.
So sorry. So it was 764 direct cash deposits.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all correct. And
Okay.
interest, I like to split it out so we know where everybody is, where all the numbers are.
Yeah.
Total interest income so far is 198.77.
Okay, and we say so far that, but that's not the total amount of interest we have. We have over $900 in interest. You said, right?
No, interest is 198.77. So if you add on 764,
Oh, the addition of those two things.
962.77. Mhm.
Gotcha. Cool.
Is
Thank
what
you,
we
Marie.
show that we have.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, and we haven't paid out any grants yet this cycle.
No, not that I've
Not
seen.
yet. Yeah, okay.
Lauren was super busy with her event. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't believe how many people she got. So I wasn't going to bug her for paperwork. And she said, not the hunter last night. So on her fourth night, she said, so
Oh, she completed all, she had 4?
Yes, she
Yeah.
did, and they were
Yeah.
very, very well attended. She was
that's
super
great.
busy, so I didn't bug her for paperwork.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
we don't have that yet.
Yeah,
that's
she seems to
exciting.
get great attendance. Yeah, but that goes right into our next topic is
Yeah.
events that were held. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she seems to get really good attendance at these events or these classes that she's doing.
It's the second set that she's done. She did another one at Rushford, and yeah, she has a
Mm.
following.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
So what do we have that's upcoming? And I know SEMA is coming up, or she's
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, she's coming up at the end of the month, the
Okay.
first one. And
Yep.
then there's one in May, and then there's one in June. And I did put it on our account, Facebook
Mhm,
page
mhm, mhm.
with all the, with the what do you call it? The poster that she made so that it
Mm.
has the dates on it and everything.
Okay.
So
I'll have to share that.
I'll do it again in May just to remind people that the second one's coming up, and then I'll do it again in June to remind people that the third one's coming up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It looks to be pretty interesting.
Yeah. I think that stuff is really interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Do we have anything else I mean, I think we have something in July. I think it's Matt York, I think is in July. So a ways off, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. I'll have to go check my grants to see if anybody if we need to get dates.
March 4th was supposed to be Memorial Elementary School, but you
Oh,
said somebody said they send it along when they send it along, but that
Mhm.
one was March 4th. I'm showing from our sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
they did that. They already did that
Mm-hmm.
and sent something out to us as far as the fact that they had done it, but not.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think they gave you the information for it. I'm
Mhm.
always not sure if I should be posting that because it's only, it's not for everybody. It's not
I know.
anybody can go to kind of thing.
Right. No, I think that's it'd be nice like if they, to the extent that they do like a lot of social media. The schools are up and down when it comes to social media. Sometimes they post things, sometimes they don't. But it's always nice for them to, thank the cultural council for the grant. But yeah, as far as like publicity, it's not a public event in the same sense. So yeah,
Right.
you're not gonna have anyone from town just showing up at the memorial school to see the reenactor.
but
So
it
you're
might
totally
not be
wouldn't
a
get
bad-
that.
I was gonna
Unless
say,
they
it might
feel
not be a
really
bit-
strongly about Abigail Adams.
Yeah.
So
bet that
from
was
a
good, though.
publicity standpoint, it might not be a bad idea for us to post it after the fact.
Yeah.
Just to kind of
Oh.
let the public know, hey, we funded this kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's a
Like,
good
yeah.
idea too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, to the extent that you have something from them and say, oh,
Yeah.
this. Yeah, no, I think that's good too, just
I-
to keep it out there.
I think
We'll see.
Memorial
I'll
does
look and see if I can
post
find,
something.
because there was
Yeah, they-
something that they sent me or
Yeah.
sent us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
which, but
I think
It was
they do a
posted
pretty
on
good job. I'm
Facebook.
not sure about the other schools, but I think Memorial does a pretty good job about announcing the
Mhm.
event and acknowledging the cultural council's contribution.
For what
Mhm.
it's
So
worth,
they
in
may
the
have
principal's
posted it
newsletter,
already.
for what it's worth, in the principal's newsletter,
Mm.
they sent out the following Monday, it comes out every week. They did
Mhm.
talk about the event and they did acknowledge the cultural council
Oh,
to the
good.
Memorial School community
Mhm.
as being
Mhm.
the funder of the event. So they did acknowledge it to all of the Memorial families.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And-
good. Yeah, they're. Do they have a new principal at Memorial, or is it the same
No,
principal?
it's still Wendy
same one?
Bell.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And
I
Lauren
wasn't sure.
Shuk, yep.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
just
So
want to say
that's.
one thing, Marie.
Hi.
There's schools, the schools, you don't usually get the invoices from them until like July because until the end of, after school's been out a couple of weeks. So, you can always send them an email, but they, I just customarily last, 6 years or so, they hadn't sent them. I don't know if
Mhm.
Robin found that to be true too. They didn't
Don't
send until
remember.
after the end of the year, you
Yeah.
know.
They got
So-
bigger things to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
I always say
Good
like
people.
after April vacation, it's a sprint to the finish line for the schools, you know, it's all the events and plays and sports and, you know, all field day and all this stuff. It's like a big race to the end. So I'm not surprised.
We are living that life right now. May is packed, absolutely packed
Yep.
with activities from the schools, end of year dance recitals, a lot of soccer games, like, you know, yeah. We have several
I
school
remember
days
that.
between May
And then I
early
remember
June.
missing some, like just like either I totally dropped the ball or I would miss like notification of it, and then I'd feel like the worst mom ever.
Yeah,
This is why I went to town hall tonight. This is why I went to town hall. I've been so inundated with messages lately. That's all, like my eyes are glazing over. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
good. It's good stuff.
it's like
all
it's
good
crazy.
stuff.
It's always crazy. It's just very busy time of year. So, all right. I'll you know, we can all just recheck our grants to see if there's anybody that hasn't given us a date or if something's outstanding. So,
Speaking of that, I still
Yep.
can't find the spreadsheet, the original spreadsheet that allocated the grants to each of us for review.
I thought somebody sent
I
it
don't
out.
rem-
That's the one I
I-
sent you.
It wasn't
Yes.
on there.
It
think
was,
it's
it
on a
was a
different-
tab at the bottom.
In a different tab.
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
different tab.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
All
I
right.
know I got
don't
it,
want to
yeah.
waste, okay, I don't want to waste any time here on it. I'll take a look. If I can't find it, can I reach out to you, Lynn?
Yeah, I'll
Thank you.
send it again.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I know you sent it, but maybe I just didn't see the tab on the bottom.
Okay, yeah, reach out. I'll help.
Okay, I will. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, good to know. Yeah, no, I definitely, I got it. All right, speaking of grants, so we did get an update from the 140 Arts Collaborative. I don't know if everyone saw the email that they sent to Upton Cultural Council, if everyone had a chance to read it. And you know, if you haven't, it's basically like a replacement performance. It's out, they want to do an outdoor play written by someone local from Holliston. And it's kind of they say it's a Shakespearean style. And they want to do it at Kiwanis Beach on Saturday, June 20th, which I actually think is a great idea. And I actually like this idea better than their original one, because the original one seemed like it was going to be a lot to pull off between the production aspects and the where they were going to have it and all of those things. I think it was going to be a lot to pull off. And I think this one seems a little simpler. It's got local artists and they're going to have auditions to, you know, open auditions to the community. So I think, you know, I think they made the concept a little bit simpler than trying to do Spam-A-Lot in a, you know,
Mhm.
and a much greater, that to me seemed like a much bigger production. So I don't know, what is everybody's thoughts about this one? I think, what's the grant for this one? Like $500, I think.
Yeah, it's 500.
Yeah,
Yeah.
500.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not
I
a
think it sounds
huge.
like a good use of our funds.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good idea.
I had
Something
reached,
different. Yeah.
I'd reached
Yeah.
out to Greg Taralis to find out what the procedure is for
Mhm.
if a grantee has to change. And so they simply needed to send something to us in writing, which they did. And then it's up to us as a committee to decide whether we want to approve it or not. And then we just need to send him an email with the vote. So that's what we can do tonight
Mhm.
as far as the
Mhm.
process. I think it's perfectly fine and I would vote yay.
Yeah.
so,
I would. The only
Is it-
thing is,
is-
that, I noticed. Maybe I don't know if this is our thing to flag or not. They will compete with the fireworks display if the fireworks display is happening on the 20th. I think I
right,
see that
that's
the fireworks display was happening on the 20th.
Oh,
It
is
wasn't.
it?
That's right.
It was on this year. So I don't know if they're planning.
You're
Megan
right.
probably would maybe know if they're having like their big festival and their fireworks that same afternoon or that evening.
Let me just make
Uh,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Is that
can
it?
ask-
Yeah.
Matt,
she can ask
I have the
Matt.
letter,
June
I have
20th?
the letter right here. It says Saturday, June 20th.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
June 20th.
But
Yeah.
what time is the event? What time is the Spam-A-Lot event or
I don't
whatever
think
it
he
is?
said in the email. Did he say
Did
in the
he-
email? I
No,
don't
it
think he
doesn't have a
specified a
time
time.
here.
I don't
No.
recall seeing an event time.
Guessing probably afternoon, evening, right? So that's
Yeah.
definitely. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a
if
good point,
They want to
though.
reconsider that. Yeah.
Or if they wanted to time it so there was like more of like a midday performance. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Upton Rec's availability for that space is on a Saturday in June. Like if
Mhm.
I would assume evening 2. I don't know how late it would go. I don't know what the lighting situation would be like. I mean, but yeah, maybe it's just worth. I too would be a yay to this reproposal. I think it sounds really cool. But that's just the one thing is that it will compete
Yeah.
with that, which is also a pretty big town event.
Yep.
On the 20th.
No,
So-
that's a really good point, Kate.
The Upton
Um,
4th.
I'm pulling
Yeah.
it
We
up
can
right
vote
now to
on,
see.
we can vote on it, subject to, we can vote on the project itself, the grant, so we
Yeah.
can vote to approve
Yeah.
it and have that down as a record and then contingent upon, letting them know that, they might have a conflict and not get the
Mhm.
attendance. So if
Mhm.
we,
And the fireworks doesn't start till 4:30, and then it doesn't really get busy until like 5:30 or so.
Yeah,
So, you know,
true.
unless it just
Well, I
depends
mean,
on
the
when they wanna
fireworks
have it.
themselves are not till it's dark, right?
It's like
So,
nine.
Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
Usually
festival.
around
The
nine.
Yeah.
festival
Yeah.
seems like it's a
Yeah.
pretty big draw. So,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
I,
well,
I,
we
I'm
can,
not sure how kid friendly it's not gonna be inappropriate, but like how much it would appeal to kids. So I
Right.
mean, maybe it's pulling a different audience too. Like maybe it would
yeah.
lean more
Shakespearean,
towards
yeah.
older
Mhm.
folks and less families. Maybe it wouldn't even be
Yeah.
an issue. But I thought I would mention it, seeing the date. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good point, but at the same time, there'll be lots of families around coming
Mhm.
for the fireworks
Mhm.
as opposed to, people going away that weekend. So
Yeah.
that's the flip side of that is there could be more people around to go to it, especially if
Yeah,
it's a
that's
different
true.
time and it doesn't conflict with the fireworks.
Mhm.
so maybe just an issue to flag
Yeah.
for them. Just be like,
I think
as
we
you're
should point
considering
it out to
timing,
them.
that's all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just know that this is a go and this is going to be the same date, and just kind of be mindful of, if you want to have it this date, the timing of the event.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, because we don't need to vote on the date. We're just voting on the event.
Yeah.
right?
On the
No, we're
event,
voting
yeah.
on the event.
Yeah, we're voting
right.
on the
Yeah.
substance, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can, he had reached out to me and Robin, I can go back to him and say, whatever our vote is, and then that they just
Okay.
to check on just point out the dates for them in case, that might be an
Yep.
issue, but. All right, well, anybody else, any other commentary, thoughts on this replacement event? No? All
No,
right, let's
it's
take,
good.
all right, why don't we take a vote? All right,
Well, can I make a motion and they can second it and then we can
Yep.
take a vote?
Yep.
So, it's 140 Arts, right?
right,
They're,
Mhm.
I make a motion to approve 140 Arts, and what's the word I'm looking for? Their change or whatever. What's the word I'm looking
say,
for?
like,
Amendment.
amended.
Amendment to their grant, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just
Right.
wanted for Kate, and I couldn't spit it out. Thank you.
I second that.
Okay. All right, all in favor of taking a vote on this replacement event? Aye.
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 No opposed. All right, next step. All right, we need to,
Jen, you're the one who had been in contact with them, right?
yeah, Robin and I, yep.
Yeah. So, can you just ask them once everything's set up for sure to
Mhm.
send me what I need is an image, not a PDF, because it will not, I can't load it on to Facebook as a PDF. It needs to be
Yep.
in some image form of their poster or whatever it is, the
Yeah.
flyer, so
Mhm.
that I can put it up there when it
A
gets close.
PNG.
Mhm.
It's a
It's gotta be a
PNG.
PNG.
And you'll probably ask Erica for that. She has usually the event information like that, the marketing stuff. So,
Mhm.
and we see her all the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Good. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. All right, let's do a vote. All right, do I have to? I
Lynn
always forget
Haggerty,
how to
aye.
do this. Yeah, go ahead, Lynn.
Lynn Haggerty, aye, and then everybody, I made
Okay.
the motion, Shelley
Okay.
seconded it,
Yep.
so now we're
Okay.
just saying, now we're just
They say aye.
approving the vote, we're
Oh,
voting.
approving the vote. Okay.
Yeah.
I think all in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Nope. All right. All right. Vote passes. So I can let him know that we approved the replacement. Okay. All right. So that's, I think, all our current grants. So turning to the submittals that, we, requested any town or schools, et cetera, for any, what's a 250th year? It's not a bicentennial, obviously. So it's a,
Sesquicentennial, I think.
is it a
Yeah, I can't
sesquicentennial? I don't know.
Good word.
Yeah, I
The
can't pronounce that.
250th. I mean, there's
Really
got to be
silly.
some word on submittal. So we had a couple. I think one is supporting the fireworks. Number two, we have the Upton Historical Society signing of the Declaration of Independence program and their request to help fund the guest speaker. I think that's taking place on the 23rd of April.
It's been
Right,
rescheduled.
so-
No, it's been
It's been-
rescheduled.
It's gonna be rescheduled because they didn't have their
Uh,
guest speaker, so it's off for now, and we don't know when it's gonna be.
I
oh,
thought I
okay.
saw something on
I thought it was
Facebook saying it
September.
was September 10th.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Did
saw
you
that
see it
too.
rescheduled?
Yeah, I think it's on the Upton Historical Society Facebook page. And I think it was September 10th. I'm not 100% on that date, but
That sounds familiar.
yeah.
Did they postpone it because they didn't have the funds for a speaker, or she couldn't
No,
make it?
the speaker was ill, is what it
Oh.
said.
Oh,
Oh,
Due
because I
to
just read it
illness, and
in our little town paper. I just read that that she was going to be speaking, and I just noted, I literally just noted the date. So okay, so that's still on. It's just postponed. And so and I think we have a fourth one right there. So I'm sorry, a third one, which is the tulip tree planting.
Yep. Yep.
So
I got some additional information from her because they had not provided us with any cost
mhm.
information. So I reached out to the Conservation Commission.
Mm.
The cost for the trees are $800. And then the cost for a plaque would be anywhere between $200 and $400, depending upon what style they chose to go with.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 16. So it's like $2,000 pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
No,
Can I
but I
just-
mean,
That's
what we
pretty
don't
basic.
know is
We don't
whether
have-
we don't know if they're going anywhere else for funding
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
not, it's not following, we're not following the traditional grant process where that
Mhm.
question is asked, right? Like whether they would go forward with the proposal if they didn't get funding. That's one of the standard questions when they complete the grant application for the regular cycle. So we don't know whether that would happen or not.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's the cost for that.
Can I just make a comment? So
Mhm.
Yes.
As
Yeah,
you
we'll take this
know-
one first. Yep.
I'm on the trust funds, and in most cases, they ask for beautification funds or
Mm.
ask for funds for something like this. And really plaques and that kind of don't fall underneath what, our mission statement is, where to
Mhm.
bring, but this kind of thing would fall under, they could ask the town for
Mm.
beautification funds or or to fund this.
Mhm.
And they have in the past, had the town fund other plantings and whatnot. So I just want to throw that out there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are you saying that the entire project doesn't meet the cultural council parameters or just the plaques?
I think I don't see how it fits into the
Okay.
parameters to the cultural. I don't know. I could be
Gotcha.
wrong. I mean, it's for discussion, but it just doesn't
Yeah.
seem to fit into where to bring art, science, humanities. And I don't see how this falls into that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't think it's
Where is
really-
it going again? Remind me where it might be going.
Heritage
Love.
Park.
At Heritage Park. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not strictly like, I agree. It's a little kind of out of the bounds. I mean, it's a nice idea, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really fall into, the kind of things that we fund.
Right.
And I mean, expense aside, obviously we really don't have the funds for that unless we partially funded it. But yeah, I think it's a kind of a little bit out of the purview of cultural council,
Mm.
as opposed to, some other proposals,
Yeah. We bring
Yep.
programming pretty much. We bring
Mhm.
programming, and then, yeah, you could go into historical land where we, we funded the archives and this, but this just doesn't seem to fall into it for me.
Yeah,
For me
it's
at
it's
least.
stuff, it's kind of
Yeah.
stuff, or
Yeah.
supplies in a way.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word. But yeah, I have to agree. I think it's just it's nice. It's a nice idea. And I agree. I think
Yeah.
there's probably other funding that they could tap into.
Yeah, that's what I was
Town
mentioning.
wise,
Yep,
you know.
yep, there is.
Why
Anybody else?
I'm not sure why a tulip tree when our state tree is the elm tree.
Mhm.
Does the tulip tree mean something to Heritage Park that I'm not aware of?
No idea.
Okay.
No
No,
idea.
I've never heard of a tulip tree. Like tulips don't grow on trees, right? Am I?
What's
Oh,
a
there is
tulip
actually.
tree, gardeners?
Yeah, there's actually a tulip
It's-
tree.
There's a
moving.
tulip tree.
Yeah,
Okay, I
it's
thought it was going
actually kind
crazy
of a
for minute.
fast-growing tree, and it has a big blossom that
right.
looks like it
Yeah.
doesn't really look like a tulip, but it's yellow and green. It's
Hmm.
Oh, I
It's
love
pretty.
those
Pink.
trees.
Or pink.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
have.
Yes. But it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
didn't know what they were called.
Amsterdam, it's not those kind of tulips.
No,
No.
That's what I thought. I was thinking of it's big
I
giant
did
tulips.
too, Megan.
Good. I'm glad
Maybe it
I
means
thought I was going
something.
nuts.
maybe it means something
Okay.
at Heritage Park, but I would have
don't
liked
think
to
it's-
see maybe an elm tree, but those are even more expensive. But yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're
I love elm
subject to lots of disease too.
They're
Been
sad.
sort of wiped out, in a large part, I think.
So
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
need
I
to
mean,
have
I
a vote
no.
on this now?
Do
Should we have a vote on whether or not we're going to support it? Or not?
Yeah,
I
don't
think
see
we
why
should
not.
finish discussing all of the
Yeah, let's talk about all of them.
applicants and then take a vote.
Yeah. let's talk
Okay.
about
and I
that.
could almost see if they were having some sort of a program to donate these trees in some fashion because it's the 250th. But yeah, like Lynn was saying, a program kind of is more of our what fits with us than just two trees,
Yeah.
which they're
Mhm.
lovely. I love trees.
Yeah,
but
it's not connected to anything really specific, I mean, it's at Heritage Park, which is,
Yeah.
historical and so forth, but it's not really connected to it. I mean, it's just, putting kind of a beautification project,
Mhm.
Yeah, like a plaque for the 250th. We were looking for programming for our 250th. So
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
kind of the
they're
differential
going
that
to donate, or have a
we
ceremony.
can't make
no.
donations. We
No,
have,
I'm not donations. No, I mean, if they were going to have some sort of a ceremony,
Yeah,
commemorating
program.
something, I could see that, but yeah, not the
Yeah,
actual
it's not-
trees themselves.
Stretching it.
And you
Yeah.
can get rootstock for a lot less. But anyways,
Yeah, just not really, because it's just not really connected to
Yeah.
okay.
Feels like a big markup.
that kind of thing. So, all right.
It
So
is a
I
big
think
markup.
anyone, let's see. Okay, well, we can work backwards. How about the Upton Historical Society? This was the request to help fund their guest speaker. And as we've talked about, we have funded 2 other programs for them through our grant funding this
Mhm.
this cycle. So the question is, do we, I mean, obviously it's a pretty good programming, and I have to say, I think the Historical Society is doing a really great job
They are.
of events, and they've done more in the past year than they've probably done in 20 years, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably will go to the Antiques Roadshow that they're having on May
Yeah.
2nd. So I thought but I thought that was a great idea. And I think that they're doing a lot of interesting things. But again, we've funded them twice this past year. So, and I think we all have a kind of a sense of what they're doing. There's actually an article about what this program is, the Declaration of Independence and Revolutionary War encampment, and the there's obviously a very strong connection here with Upton, who'd sent people to, into the Continental Army. So, what is everyone's thoughts on this one? This one's a little
How
tougher,
much
I
were
think.
they asking? How much were they asking for?
So
You know
that was I was just trying to look this up. So that was 450.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
I thought that
450,
was the
right?
signing of the
Yeah.
declaration that they were looking for 450.
Right.
That's the
'Cause that covers
cost.
the
There's
Yeah.
two different events. So there's the
Yeah,
signing
there's
of the
two different
declaration,
events.
and then there's the encampment.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
is
so.
is it different than the reading of the Declaration of Independence with the speaker that's sick?
Hold on.
Is that
I
a
actually have the
third?
article.
No,
Is
there
that
were
a
only
third
two.
event?
There were only two. There's the encampment, the reenactment, excuse me, that was
Mhm.
taking place on the grass next to the old library
Okay.
at the Ristine building. And by the way, I
Yeah.
did follow up with Scott on that. We had talked about that last meeting about ADA compliance, and he does plan on having the mats there. I forget what they're called. Lynn, you can help
Moby.
me with that.
The Moby mats.
The Moby mats, and then the town hall will be open on the day of the event for bathroom accessibility.
Really?
Yep.
Okay,
Hmm.
good.
And then
So
the
is-
other event, I thought the other event was in conjunction with students from
Mhm.
Netmuck History Department, right?
Yeah,
And that was,
yeah, that's
and that
the,
was taking place at the community center.
right. Right.
with
I have
the
the
sound
article. I have the article right here about that
Okay.
one. That's
Oh,
the one with
so-
the guest speaker from.
So
The one
at the
signing and
community center?
encampment is one event,
Yes.
right.
and
Two
reading is
separate
another.
events. Two
Okay.
separate events. And by the way, the other thing I did, I reached out to Greg about that because there was a question about whether there was any
Okay.
conflict of interest where we had previously, they had previously submitted grants requests to us, and there is no conflict of interest with
Mhm.
us using our own locally raised funds if we choose to do that for them.
Yeah. Thanks for checking
So
on that.
was the 450 for both of those events or for one?
No. So the
That I
450
don't
was
know.
for the Declaration of Independence signing. That was the speaker that they had coming in.
Yep.
For the encampment, he's looking to offset the cost of 750. Not necessarily asking us to cover the whole thing, but looking for us to maybe offset the cost
Yeah.
of the 750.
Okay,
That includes
Thank-
$350 for the cider makers and $400 for musicians.
Okay.
thank you, Kate.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
He's got a lot going on over there.
There's a lot going on, yeah. So
Yeah.
so we could think about chipping in to one or both or neither or what have you, but that's what they're looking, that's what he's stating in terms of
Yep.
expenses.
Where is
But
the
there is
encampment
also a
again?
On
Oh,
the
I'm sorry, go
Racine
ahead.
lawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hold
Great.
on.
Oh, interesting.
But there's
Okay.
also a fourth submittal, right? The fireworks.
And there's the
Yeah.
fireworks.
Yep.
So is there any further discussion about the Upton Historical Society events? Any questions, comments?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so. I think
sorry, Jen, I didn't mean to.
no. It's just really offsetting. I mean, it sounds like they're going to do them anyway.
Yes.
But we would be
yes.
offsetting the cost of
Yep.
some of that for them, and we do. We wouldn't have to fund the full amount. So, okay. So I think we've covered that one. All right, Upton Fireworks, the men's club.
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in that that wasn't a proposal that they came to me with. This was just
Mhm.
something that I was, thinking about.
Mhm,
Just to throw
mhm.
out there, I think it's more of an opportunity, anything to like get our name out there and our
Mhm.
logo and a little bit of information about the program, should we decide that we want to. So they do look for sponsorships for the men's club. It's, there's a couple of different levels. Even the lowest level of $500 is probably more than we'd want to spend. But if we decided that we were interested, they are open to taking a smaller, I don't want to say donation. I know we can't donate, but a smaller
Mhm.
grant from us, since we are a town council, and still giving us, some of the opportunities that a higher level grant
Yeah.
would have. So it's like you get your logo on the t-shirts, you can put your banner up there. We could have a table if we wanted. So again, it was really I just wanted to throw it out there as an idea. What else can you get? Hang on one second. You would get your logo and all event advertising, your banner displayed at the event, and a display table at the fireworks festival for your organization, which we do, we don't necessarily have to do,
Yeah.
but they're open to us. So say, for example, we decided, okay, we wanted to throw like $200 towards this. They would it was almost like we would propose it to them and say, hey, we can't give you 500, but we can give you 200. Could we have the same sort of visibility benefits that a $500 sponsorship level would have? So yeah, so that's again, it's programming. They're going to go ahead without it. It's not like they're depending on this money, but it's more of a visibility factor for us in the community. Obviously it gets a lot of people who attend the event. It gets a lot of publicity with sponsorships being promoted, agencies that are sponsoring them who are promoted. So yeah. So I just, at the time, and this was like a couple of months ago, it crossed my mind. I thought, oh, maybe like a good bang for our buck, but I'm not tied to it. I'm not, I'm in no way like pressuring anyone to do it. If we vote on it, I would abstain from the vote anyway. So yeah.
Megan, can I ask you a question? Is
Yeah.
there when they're doing these events like the fireworks and that, usually like do they have like a performance, or is there something specific to the 250th that is going on during the fireworks event?
Oh, that's
Is
a good
there-
question.
Yeah,
I
I
think
have
so. I
the
can
same
ask my husband.
question.
He's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's
Because otherwise it's just the 4th of July and it's not specific to the 250.
right, it's
right?
not
Yeah.
specific to the
Yeah.
250, and it's like we're paying 200 or whatever amount for advertising, and we could do that too. I mean,
Yeah, we're allowed to do that.
they're
with those
allowed to
funds.
do
Yeah.
that.
And
I
it is,
just
they
wondered
do
if-
have bands, they do have, people who sing, so it is more of like, it's a festival, but yeah, you're right. It's not, I don't know if we could, I think we could make the argument that it's cultural, but,
Well,
but
we
yeah,
could think
it would be.
We
and
are
it's
allowed to
different-
spend it on marketing and advertising too. I mean, it's the same kind of funds that we have to like purchase, our tablecloth and things like that. So we are allowed to spend it. We can spend it if we want to spend it on that, we can.
Right.
It's
Can I
not
play
tied
devil's
to
ad-
our grant funds. Yeah.
Sorry, just playing devil's advocate. Didn't we advertise specifically for programming that was going to be, acknowledging the 250th?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So if we're making the argument that tulips are not specifically for the 250th, isn't it the same thing then that the fireworks are not? If there's nothing specific in this year's fireworks celebration acknowledging the 250th, then isn't it the same as the tulips?
Right.
Not the
I
tulip
wasn't
trees.
even,
There's
honestly, I
nothing-
wasn't, I guess, connecting it to the 250th. It was
Yeah,
more just,
yeah.
it's a local festival
Yeah.
and we have discretion as to what to use our money for,
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that is
agreed.
true. It's not,
Agreed,
yeah.
but that's not
it's
what
not
we,
250th.
that's not what we sought. We
Yeah.
sought something specific to
Yeah.
250th. I think we need
Right.
to,
Yeah.
stay with that.
So
Yeah,
I
fair
have
enough.
one other
I can ask him.
question. The money that we
Yeah,
have,
Oh,
see if
yeah,
they're gonna
no,
do something.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to
the
know.
money that
So.
we have, the
And
money that
we don't have to
have,
decide on it today either. I mean, if they, if you go back to them and say, were they doing something for the 250th, which would be a good idea, I think, if they are so inclined,
Yeah, honestly, I don't pay much attention. I won't lie. Shelley, you had a question?
Totally okay.
Shelley, go ahead. What was your question?
Yeah.
well, my
yeah.
question is
ahead,
more
Shelley.
about, like, we have a total of 900 and something. Are we keeping any of this back for our, buying whatever it is that we need to
Right.
replace, like for the cups or any of, or the, whatever we decide to do
Posters.
instead?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
If we're going to keep that back, then how much do we actually want to use out of that money?
Yeah.
Because that
Mhm.
will impact how much we give to people, obviously.
Yeah. No, that's a
So
good point.
That's
Right.
my question.
Yeah.
And we do have on the agenda, we do have fundraising, getting back to the fundraising. We started, Jen, we had some discussion at the last meeting, just kind of throwing out different ideas, but we didn't come to any conclusion about what sort of fundraising materials
Mhm.
we might want. So maybe we need to have that conversation first,
Yeah.
so we know how much money we have
Yeah.
for the 250th.
How much we have to lay out for the next
Yeah.
round of,
Yeah.
sales. Mm-hmm.
We could be selling and spending at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If we're participating in the 250, what can we do to, a fundraiser?
Mhm.
We could
Hopefully
participate.
folks will be around.
I don't know that we can. I'm trying to remember. There was a previous conversation several months ago, wasn't there, Lynn? Lynn, you have the very, high level of knowledge about these things. But I thought that there was a question that we presented to Greg about whether we can do fundraising at an event. And I think the outcome was we probably shouldn't be doing that.
We
Well,
can't sponsor the event and do fundraising at the event, but like Heritage Day, we can, so it's a
Yeah,
little
but
bit,
we're not sponsoring Heritage Day. So like,
Right.
we're
Or the
sponsoring.
that's what I meant. That's what
We're
I meant.
Yeah.
sponsoring SEMA, so we're sponsoring C. McKinney as an example, and she's probably doing that at the community center,
center.
but
Right.
I think it doesn't look so great if we are, I don't know if it's an outright conflict, but if we're there with a booth selling some of our products,
Mhm.
Yeah, we can't do that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it'd
what
be
I
more an
thought.
information booth. Yeah, it would have to
Yeah,
be just
but
like
if-
Right.
information. Yeah.
So Megan offered she had the idea, we could have a booth at, let's say the fireworks. They wanted to have a booth at the fireworks. And we
Yep.
talked about selling candy apples. I don't know. I tended to look that up after, we talked about it. We could do something like that, pay for negotiate, what would it cost for a booth space, or what does it cost for space from, we could, different from the 250th. This is something fundraising. We could do something like that if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I guess that
Mhm.
we could look at it a couple of different ways. Number one, it could be funding of a 250th celebration. Number two is it could be money that we put towards marketing. Or number three, it could be towards fundraising, or some combination of all of those.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't necessarily even have to have a table. It might be that it's not convenient for any of us to go there anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just an
Mhm.
option. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when
Well,
we
don't
say
do
sponsor,
better
go ahead.
We need to
Go
have a
ahead.
table to sell our stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess the question is, what events do we foresee us having booths at throughout
Two
the
events.
year? There's Heritage Day, right?
Heritage Day.
And the Bloomer Girls,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
November fair,
No,
because we
the
get
fall-
both booths
fall
for
fair.
free.
Yeah.
And so Heritage Day is typically September, then we have the Bloomer Girls in November.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Anything that
is
hap-
it,
well, Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is it possible to say that we are going to pay the committee for the fireworks a certain amount of money for the table that we are then going to
That's what I said. Yeah.
Mm,
yeah, and then
Mhm.
they're still getting the money, but it's not a donation from us towards their fireworks. It's
Right.
money that pays for rental of a booth. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like not okay, because it's kind of like, on the edge of.
mm.
I don't
Well,
think so, because we would spend money to rent a table at the United Parish Holiday Fair in December, right?
Mhm.
So
So
I
let's
think
say-
the only thing that I would wonder about is if the men's club is saying you could get a free booth by sponsoring us, as Megan said earlier, I wonder if they'd give us a free booth if we gave them less than $500.
Hmm.
And so is
Hmm.
there
Yeah. Well, that's
some
kind
sort
of
of
what I'm bringing.
conflict there?
That's really what I'm bringing to you guys is,
Yeah.
$500 is out of our budget, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my idea was, we could say to the men's club, look, hey, we have X amount of money to grant to you to put towards your hosting of the, annual fireworks festival. It's a
Yep.
festival
Mhm.
for the town. And what could you give us for that? We're hoping that you could give us XYZ, marketing, a booth, and credit. But because we're a town council, and then see what they say. They have said that they're open to it. They would have to vote in it as well. So like we have to vote in it to propose it to them, and they'd have to vote on it.
Mhm.
But yeah.
So
Mm.
this would be outside of the 250th celebration.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this would be
Yes.
putting aside some of our locally raised funds
Yeah.
for that.
Mhm.
Just a different
Yep.
bucket, really. you know?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not strictly the 250th celebration.
I want to be
Mm.
the devil's advocate like Robin. I want to be the devil's advocate like Robin. So if I was the devil's advocate like Robin, then I
Getting a
would.
reputation here, and I don't know if I want it.
No, it's good. Someone has to do
It's
it, right?
good. I like
Yeah,
it. It's
otherwise we just all
awesome.
get carried away.
That's what we do. We talk about it.
Ladies.
So we don't have to vote if we overall we know we have $900, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
That's all we have, and we want to bring forward programs, and we can either vote not to vote on the proposals that we asked for. Did it fit in? We don't have to vote on those proposals if we choose not to, or we can vote on one of them to give them a stipend and then move on, like I think like Shelley said, we have 900. Well, how much do we want to reserve? Because we're going to have a couple of events, and it's always, we don't know what big outlay. If we looked at how much, what were the glasses or or even the tea towels there? There were a couple of hundred, right? 250, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's usually when we've done a purchase, it's about $250. That's
Yeah,
kind of where
290
we.
for the glasses, 290
Yeah,
for the on the
yep.
glasses.
That sounds
Right,
right. Yeah,
so-
it's around there.
Right.
We get some discounts being a public organization, but it's usually around there that it's our investment in
Right, right.
and we'll probably have to, we have some tea towels and we have coasters, but we've been talking about some additional items, or maybe I'm jumping ahead to fundraising, but we haven't purchased in 2 years, so maybe we think about adding to our inventory something.
Mhm.
So
We
yeah, I
had
think we do
candied
have to.
apples.
Yeah,
What's
we
that?
had talked about, we had several different ideas come up at the
Yeah.
last meeting, Jen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, and I don't know if this is appropriate thinking or not, because it's 7 o'clock on a bad day. But I'm thinking we should, we don't want to use up the full $900, correct?
No.
So I'm
I-
thinking that maybe we set aside $400 for fundraising. And maybe I don't know, what's a good amount for the 250th celebration, and then we have some money in reserve in
Yeah,
addition
'cause,
to that.
Interest is going to accumulate higher and faster on a larger amount, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we don't get the interest credited to us until the end of the year, right? You
It
you
seems
just
like
got,
it's monthly.
you think
I
it's
could be
monthly?
wrong, but
I can look at the last report, but I didn't see that. He usually doesn't post the accrued interest till the end of the year.
hmm,
So last year we
One-
accrued 166,
Mm.
right?
yeah,
And then he found the difference to make up whatever ever amount, came up to what, you 198 or something like that?
well, the revenue ledger. let's see,
9877.
is showing it every month, and the last month that it posted was January. It's lagging a little bit as it would, but yeah.
But the full amount doesn't post every year. So last year we got 166. So I'm just saying that it's not a big enough amount that we can really
Yeah.
rely upon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Not to
It's
be a
almost a-
killjoy, just,
It's not an
It's
income
almost-
stream for us.
right,
really.
Oh,
right.
okay.
It's kind of like, it's nice that we have that, but it's not, it's not a major
I
factor.
have an
in-
idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have an
Yeah,
idea.
January was
What if
$1.73. We're not really getting, we're not getting too
Yeah, we
far
can't
too
count on,
fast.
we can't.
But it was just
What
an
if we
idea
made a
that,
donation? What if we granted $250 in honor of the 250th anniversary of the country?
Yeah,
Is that too cheap?
no.
Oh,
And
We only
then
have
the rest-
950 to
idea.
work with, yeah, 60.
And then the
excuse me.
rest we keep for fundraising, for
Mhm.
anything else, any other expenses that we may
Well,
have? Or is
I-
that too little?
No,
No,
I
that's
actually
perfect.
think those are good numbers. And I think that the Revolutionary War thing is now put off to September. So we have plenty of time to decide down the road if we wanted to contribute to that, depending on,
Oh.
things like Heritage Day, like how we do,
I thought the signing of the declaration was put off to September.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the encampment
Yeah.
is I think.
Yeah, the encampment was always going to be in the fall, I think, right?
don't
The encampment, I think,
remember.
was always scheduled for October, I think. Or am I wrong?
Yeah. Yes.
Encampment's not in this article, so
I think
It
the
is.
encampment was always going to be in the fall.
it's not. It's just the only, this
Oh.
article only mentions the,
It's on the,
the-
Let me check my email and see if there's any details in it.
yeah, so like
That's
on
it.
that one, we have plenty of time. We could always fund it, give them some money down the road.
Yeah, I have
that.
October 17th, 18th for the
Oh.
Revolutionary War
Oh.
encampment with the Saturday game
okay.
and the music and things. So they would both be fall events at this point.
Oh, okay. So we have a lot of time. We can table that and decide later on if we want to fund it. And who knows, maybe they get more funding. Someone's telling me to stop talking.
So
It's never dull around here. But we could always just say, hey, we're not going to say no now, but maybe because it looks like they're holding these two events no matter what.
right.
So why would
Right.
we say no? So we sought, I'm gonna play devil's
Yeah.
advocate again.
That's good. We
We
need that.
sought,
I'm just gonna step out for one second.
we actively
Yeah.
went out and we sought applicants.
Yeah.
They've done their due diligence in applying to us. And so don't we owe them a response?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I think
if
like the
when did we
tulips.
first ask, in January or February?
No.
Yeah, it was after our
Yeah,
last
February.
meeting. Yeah, it was after
February,
our
but
I
January
add.
meeting.
So we
Yeah.
asked for applicants in February. We got them over the next month or so. It seems
Yeah.
a little bit, I'm not sure what the word is, but it seems like we should respond
Disingenuous.
before October.
Yeah, we had
Oh,
a
yeah.
March 15th date before our next meeting. I just took it down off the website. His submissions were due by like March 15th and we were gonna meet March 17th. So,
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't feel right about holding off voting and and notifying
No,
the
that's a fair
applicants
point.
through October. I think it's
Yeah.
too far out.
Yeah.
but one
That's all.
event for $250. One event, not
I agree
both
with that.
events.
I like that. I like that thinking. Does it have to
Mhm.
be a directed event? It can't just be the 250. If they have different events going on, and doesn't have to be a particular event, or can it just go to the historical society?
No, we asked
Oh.
for
Yeah.
proposals
Mm-hmm.
for the 250th celebration of the
Mhm.
250th. We asked for that proposal. We received proposals.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we've got.
Okay.
And so, that we disqualified the Conservation Commission.
Mhm.
And we can respond that, we're sorry, we're not, able to fund that.
Mhm,
There's 2
mhm.
requests from Historical Society. And then
Okay.
we're trying to figure out if there's any way we can bring into, the 4th of July because they're 200, because it's the 250th anniversary celebration, but it's
Mhm.
not a program. So all
Mhm.
we have is those 2
Okay.
really we're considering from the Historical Society. And I don't know, I make a motion. I like Robin's 250th, one subject. We know what
Okay.
we have for funds, but we don't know what
Mhm.
else we want to bring forward. We haven't really talked
Exactly.
about programming yet.
I like that.
Exactly.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
the fact of the matter is we could still do a booth
Yep.
at the fireworks if we wanted
Mhm.
to do that
Yes, we could.
Mhm.
outside of this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Well, maybe. We don't know that
Yeah.
yet.
Well,
Well,
no,
we'll
we
see.
may,
Yeah.
we may, yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
We might know somebody
Yeah.
that knows somebody.
it's a
that-
possibility.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah. We just wouldn't get our logo splashed everywhere, which was the
Mhm.
benefit of,
Right.
Yeah.
actually like sponsoring the event. Yeah.
Is there any reason why they couldn't apply during the regular grant cycle?
They could apply for the Creative Festivals grant I keep putting out to everybody.
Mm.
It
But
applies
could they
to-
also apply to us for our regular grant cycle?
We're not,
like
it's
that
not
idea.
big enough they could for some of the things they do, but we don't have enough money. The Creative Festivals grant is $250,000 to $5,000. That
Mhm.
would be awesome for
Well,
the
sure,
4th of
but
July or for Heritage Day. It
But
would
we
be
can't.
awesome.
We
Yeah, they
can't
really
apply
more
for that.
rely on
We can
like
apply.
private sponsorships and stuff like
And,
that.
and that,
Yeah.
that closes April 30th. They actually could kind of
Yeah.
sneak something in there.
They could
Mhm.
apply, they don't get, and they could apply it, they'll know by August 30th, and it could apply till next year. Could apply to
Mhm.
Hmm.
next
Yeah.
year for any of the events.
I don't
If
think
we
they're
were
gonna do
big
it next
enough-
year though.
Huh?
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I don't think they're gonna be able to do it next year.
Oh,
Oh,
do
yeah.
what?
Yeah, the fireworks.
The fireworks?
Yeah, I think this year was even kind of pushing it. The only reason they
because
can
of
do
the-
it this year is because they haven't yet started on the turf.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this
So
is
it's a good
Yeah.
idea.
potentially the
It's
last
And they're-
year.
definitely a good idea.
And aren't they doing it differently?
but-
Fireworks are being done differently, like the execution of how like they set them off.
Huh.
Like there's like changes in how.
There's
they
a few,
fire
yeah,
them
they've had to
off?
make a few. Yeah.
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 Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the turf
So,
fields. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, next year
Oh, we don't wanna do that.
they're thinking they'll have to change it, like change it all
Dra-
up, but I don't think they're
radically.
gonna be able to do it. Yeah, with what's available. So yeah, maybe
wow.
they're trying to find a way, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's disappointing because it's such a cool like town event.
Yeah.
but-
That's a great. The
Yeah.
Upton 4th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Fun
It's
jam.
like tradition, like not just for
Mhm.
Upton, but like a lot of communities. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'd be a shame to lose it, but yeah.
We've
No,
been
I
Yeah.
didn't
coming,
know that.
Upton fireworks have been around for forever. I can remember being, believe it or not, I was young girl at one time, and we come to Upton.
The young lass.
Yeah, it used to be at the VFW for years and
Yes,
years. It
it
was there when we
did.
moved
Yes,
here.
it
Yeah, we
did.
could see it from our house at the time. Yeah.
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 Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so do we need, so like, how
All
do,
right. So
how
what
do
are
we
what are we voting on?
summarize? Like, what are we voting on and how do we?
We need a
how do we-
motion.
I
need a
think we should vote
motion.
first upon the amount,
Yeah.
and then we should then vote upon the individual applicants. That's
Okay.
my suggestion.
I mean, just one more aside on the
Yeah.
the historical commission. I know we put out like a call for things, but we have funded them twice this past year. So that, not that that's a restriction on it, but I don't think anyone should be disappointed if they haven't gotten additional funds from the Cultural Council, you know what I mean? But I do feel like that's a lot of eggs in one basket in a way for funding,
Yeah, but
Right, but it's like a once in a lifetime.
True,
Well,
that is
yeah,
true.
and that-
And,
Yeah.
and we did ask, so.
Yeah.
And they are a
We did
logical
ask.
like entity to apply for a funding for a 250th anniversary, the Historical Commission. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
who are we going to get it from? Probably them.
Right.
So-
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well,
And-
that's a good
yeah.
point. Exactly.
everybody
Exactly.
else had an opportunity to apply.
They
Right.
did.
That's
I
true.
read-
They're the ones that applied. I don't think we should
Very true.
punish them, if you will,
No,
Well,
I
hold it
went to
for
the
Yeah.
taking the
commission.
initiative.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Fully
I'm playing
informed
devil's
spirit.
Sorry,
advocate
I'm
again.
sorry.
But we can
Okay.
consider that
No, it's
next
good.
year, I think, for the next grant
Right.
cycle is,
Yeah.
we've given you quite a bit of money. So yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's true too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So
All
reason
good
why
points though.
we can
So-
advertise the $250 donation for the 250th and be splashy from the Cultural Council.
Well, we could
Anyways.
add it to our website, to the list of,
Yes.
we could add it in a bunch of places. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And we don't have to man a table.
Well, we haven't considered that yet. That's another
Yeah.
part.
It's a
We're getting
maybe.
into- it's a
Well, we'd
maybe.
have to get a table to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
if they-
think
if they were
the
willing to do
fireworks,
it.
I think the value of the fireworks is more having our logo everywhere. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of traffic at a table there. There's so much competition
Right.
for people's attention there with
Right.
the games and the food and the music and
Yeah.
little
It's a
kids running
event,
around
really.
everywhere. I think honestly,
Yeah.
like I think it's smart that we do Heritage Day. I think craft fairs also make sense because people are kind of moving like table to table and it's a little bit
Mhm,
slower pace and people are taking their time to stop. That I don't know if we would get, much ROI on a table at that event. It's an awesome event, but I just don't think a lot of people are going to stop and like chat with us with all
They're
the
not really
things.
shopping. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
It's
Yeah.
like a
shopping.
Not for
shopping
that.
event.
They're
Yeah,
spending money
they're-
on their kids and all the kids like
Exactly.
It's a kid
Probably
event,
either.
really.
It's all very
Yeah.
high energy, and there's a lot
Sure.
going
Yeah.
on. So I feel like a table there, not that we wouldn't get any benefit from it, but I think it probably that wouldn't be. I think the value
Yeah.
of that would be more the logo everywhere.
Right.
And
Just
making our
advertising.
logo more recognizable in town for the things that we do. Like that visibility, I think would be cool. I don't think the table would necessarily be a big,
a big part.
wouldn't be big
I have
impact,
to
don't
I
think.
have to agree. Yeah, the table was actually kind of like the least of what I thought the
Mhm.
benefit was. It was more,
Mhm.
yeah, like, our name would be, we're
Yeah.
always looking for name
That's a-
recognition and to
Yeah.
like promote the cultural council and yeah, it's getting the logo everywhere. But
Yeah.
to a lot of people all at once.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Agree.
Lovely. I'm
Well,
not on
should
mute,
we-
Eric.
Where the fireworks is not necessarily, as we just discussed, connected to the 250th anniversary, or is connected like super loosely just because it's the 4th of July. Maybe that we can shelf. Maybe now we can just vote
Mhm.
on whether or not we want to do a grant specific to the 250th anniversary and look at either. I mean, and it would be right. It'd be the Historical Society,
Mhm.
right? I don't think the Conservation Commission is really resonating with anybody. It doesn't sound like,
Mhm.
and make that decision. So at least we can be getting back to them. We can feel like, okay, we have responded in regard to that call for 250th celebration ideas. We can still consider making some sort of contribution to the fireworks in exchange for getting our logo out there. We've got some time before they start. I don't know how early, Megan, they start putting together materials for that kind of a thing. Maybe we don't have much time to do that if we want to do
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty soon.
But-
Yeah, we probably
Yeah,
want to
okay.
do it
Okay.
now.
So, all right. So,
Yeah.
all right. So maybe we decide that now. too,
But no,
then.
and I mean, it is like, and the reality is we don't have a lot of money. So we do have
Yeah.
to be,
Right.
you know, it would be great if we could do everything, but we can't, and that's okay.
Yeah,
So,
and I like Robin's
yeah.
idea of sort of like holding on to about 400 and thinking we've got around 500 to play with. You know, I think that's
Mhm.
probably conservative
Yeah.
and smart. I think that'll cover us for any other needs in terms of marketing stuff. We're not going to invest in a lot of money in, you know, things to sell. So I think that would be more than enough to cover us for that. So, so maybe we talk about doing a grant for 250 for one of the historical society events, and then talk about, do we want to, maybe if you don't want to do the whole 250, maybe we want to do like a 200 or 150 donation, not donation, but sponsorship contribution, whatever you want to call it, to the fireworks, and see if we can get our logo on stuff, something like that. And then we can conserve it even more for later in the year for the, you know, for the things we want to buy and what have you.
Or we could, or we could put
Yeah.
it both towards the Upton Historical Society, or it really, just, I'm looking at the agenda. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Or,
What to do, yeah.
I know.
or,
Well,
Good
actually, I want to
ideas.
be clear too, like, this is just so we can propose, like, I would just propose it to the men's club. It's not like they've like, oh yeah, give us $50 and we'll splash your name everywhere. You know,
Right.
like, it would be, they'd have to agree. I can't imagine it would be a problem. I think
Yeah.
we probably would, but I just want to
Right,
make that
there's
clear.
no
It's not a
promise there,
guarantee.
yeah.
Set
Yeah.
expectations. Yeah.
Yeah, just set expectations. So,
Mhm.
so can we vote
Yeah.
on, can we vote on, agree on like,
The amount.
the amount? So
Please.
I'm gonna propose just the 250th, and the reason I'm gonna, $250, and the reason I'm only gonna propose that amount is because we haven't just really discussed this year what other programming we want to bring forward. So we asked for a proposal. They gave us, technically, the Historical Society came to us with two proposals, one for
Mhm.
450, one for
Mhm.
750. So if we
Mhm.
pick to, one of them, not both, like we said, because we've already sponsored a bunch of things. So if we pick one 250th celebration they've proposed and give them $250, retain the rest of the money. So I propose that we vote on giving them $250 for either one of the events
Mhm.
and retain the rest of the money until we discuss other programming, advertising,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. And
That's my
and depending
proposal.
on, no, I think that's a good idea. And we can revisit the men's club one when we get, you know, if you throw it out there and say, oh, what can we get for like 200, but whatever, you know. Is that what you're thinking, Lynn? Or
I'm thinking that the first part, we agreed to vote on the proposal we put out for the 250th.
Mhm.
Okay, which is the two historical society. And Robin said vote on the amount first
Mhm.
and then the programming. So my motion is to only allocate 250 to the 250th proposal we
Mhm.
put out
Mhm.
Okay.
based on yeah.
Mhm.
And could they, I'm sorry if I missed this, can they still fund at least one if we only give them partial funding? If we
They,
only give them 250?
they're
I think
already advertising events, so I
Yeah.
obviously
Okay,
already
yeah.
have the funding.
Yeah.
They
We're just
seem to be-
offsetting
that's
it.
true. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to say it like
Okay.
harsh, like.
No, I
didn't
even,
like
yeah,
that.
no, I kind of had a space cadet moment, so you're right.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
obviously they can, so,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're doing those
Yeah.
events regardless. I think we're just, you
Yeah.
know, we'll be helping them
And
with
they-
the offset the costs of
Yeah.
things.
Just
they
as an
don't have
assignment,
it,
they're
it'll
getting a
stay
lot
with
of
us.
sponsorships.
Who?
You see it every day. The Historical Society, as opposed to the commission. The society is gaining sponsorships all the
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
I keep seeing that on Facebook that This
Hmm.
is a new sponsor, so they've accrued
They're
quite,
doing the work.
yeah,
They
they're
are.
doing the work,
Doing
they
the
are.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really
Good for
bringing it
them.
along. It's nice,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah, it
It's
is,
nice.
it's great.
Really good. It's good to see.
So, Lynn, did you make a motion and you need someone to
Yeah,
second
I
it?
made a second, somebody
Second.
second.
Hold on,
Okay.
I
wait, sorry.
second.
Let me just-
But hold on, slow down for Kate.
Is it
Sorry,
for
she
the
didn't get it all.
encampment or is it for the
Are you
signing?
advocating or seconding it?
Kate,
Seconding at this point.
You a
Kate,
devil's
no.
advocate?
Yeah.
So it's a
So-
can I get a motion to designate $250 of
I
our,
made the motion.
oh, you made it. Okay.
I
I
made
thought
the
you-
And I
motion.
seconded it.
You can ask
Okay.
for a motion, I gotta make the motion.
Oh, okay. Okay. You already made it. We
Well,
talked
so-
about it more.
So sorry.
And
but
then
the
Robin
motion-
seconded
sorry.
it.
And if this was said, I apologize that I missed it. But my daughter is crying in the hallway. My husband's dealing with her. She's very tired, but it's distracting me. Was that motion? She's a tired girl. That's all it is. Is this motion for the encampment or for the signing?
No, we didn't decide that. This is a
Oh.
motion we're gonna allocate. The motion is to allocate $250
Yep.
to one of the two proposed events. We're
Okay.
just voting on the amount of money.
Oh, okay. Are we going to vote now on what event it is?
Yep,
Can I note that as just one motion, or this is two separate motions?
the two separate motions because
Okay.
one
Mhm.
motion is
Fine.
the allocation of the funds.
Yep.
And the second motion will be which
Gotcha,
of
okay.
the two we decide to,
Gotcha. Okay.
To
Cool.
fund.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Okay.
sure.
And Robin seconded Lynn's
Yeah.
Yes,
motion.
I got that. Thank
Okay.
you.
And then she ran out of the room and now she's back.
Hey,
Run.
Okay. Got it.
I heard everything that was being said.
whoa.
Okay. All right, so now do we need to vote on what we're going to designate the funds for?
Yeah,
Or
we gotta-
are we waiting on that?
Well,
No,
do
we
we know
gotta-
where the need is?
I think,
Do they
I
have a
think we
need
should,
Mhm.
in
sorry.
one event or the other? Sorry.
Mm,
the events are in the fall.
mhm,
My recommendation is that we take a vote tonight
mhm.
and put this to bed.
Yeah.
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 Can I just make a motion
It is on
to grant $250 to the Upton Historical Society for their Revolutionary War encampment in celebration of the 250th anniversary of the United States of America? Can I just make
I
that motion?
seconded it.
Okay.
Yes. All right, all in favor?
So
Aye.
wait,
Aye.
have we ruled out the signing of the declaration?
Yeah, because that's more, the signing of the Declaration of Independence is more towards the 250, or is it? Am I wrong? The Revolutionary
that's-
Encampment.
They both are.
They both
They-
are, yeah.
They're
I
two
picked that only
separate
because it was-
events.
Yeah.
The two separate events, I think that
So-
only because it's more money. So the overall cost to them is more money. So I'm like, maybe contribute to that one because that's a more expensive event for them to run. That was my entire logic. Because I
That was
think
my
it's, it's the same organization, two separate events, but they both pertain to the 250th anniversary. I don't think there's a huge difference in which event we sponsor. So
Mhm.
I was just thinking, why don't we sponsor the more expensive event to help them knock down the cost of the more expensive of the two? But I
Right.
am not married to that idea.
Or we could do
So-
125 to each and get our logo on both on advertising for both events.
Mm.
Or, let me ask this.
Or we just
the-
give it
the
to- give them
Signing of the
money.
declaration, isn't
Yeah.
that in conjunction with the Nipmuc history students? Some students from Nipmuc?
Yeah,
Is that the
partly.
same event?
Yeah,
They're not so according to the article, they're not going to be presenting at
Okay.
this event.
Yeah,
But the historical society will share their findings during the program and explain how neighboring towns responded to the Declaration of Independence. So it ties into the school. I like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
right. That's my only thought. I don't know. I think that either one is fine.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, either one is fine. I sort of like the idea that it ties into the school.
Mhm. But it's not
but-
critical.
I'm not
Yeah.
like 100%
Yeah.
married to
Yeah,
that either, so.
I honestly, I suggested that way for the sake of making a decision. So, but we can do the other one, or we can split it just as well.
Mhm.
Well, we already have a motion and a second on the table. So I don't know what you do about that if that,
When you're,
if you want to go somewhere, go
We have
differently.
Well, I
further
don't,
discussion.
I think that the questions were really just to bring further discussion before a vote.
Mhm.
Because we've ruled out two, now we have another two. So I think we have to decide which one we want. And then we make a motion, right? And make a motion to approve $250 toward whichever event we go with, second, and then vote,
well, the
right?
the one motion on the table was to only award them 250
Right,
for
right.
one event,
right.
right? So,
So now
So we
we're
gotta
having a
pick.
discussion
Now you're
about
gonna
the
pick.
events. Now we need to pick.
yeah,
So, I mean, I'm just looking at this like how we handle the regular grant cycles.
Mhm.
Yes, no, yes, no. In terms of looking at the grants, right?
I like the encampment because it sounds very engaging,
Yeah,
to kind of
yeah,
go
no,
and
I-
have
yeah.
like
I
the
like that,
experience, this sort of experience. Like, what was it like to be a Revolutionary War soldier and, in Washington's army, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like the engagement of it rather than a lecture. That's just my,
Okay.
I think,
My
I think I'll
choice.
draw a
I
bigger
like that
crowd.
thinking.
Mhm.
I think I'll
So-
draw a bigger crowd.
so
Mm.
3 of us, and so it's just gonna take one of us to go over to the encampment, and
Wait,
we've
I
had
haven't
further
voted.
discussion.
So all in
we've-
favor of encampment, raise your hand.
Ah,
Why not?
Well, there we go.
All right.
We're-
I just think it sounds cooler.
If I
It
were
sounds
choosing
cooler,
one or
it
the other
does.
to go to myself, I would go to the encampment.
You
I,
really
Yeah,
me too.
gotta do
I
that.
like
Yeah.
anything
I
I
just-
like
I
anything
just- yeah.
engaging like that, like
Yeah,
old
absolutely.
Sturbridge Village when you go and you
Yeah.
like actually do
Yep.
something, like
It's- yeah, it's
like
totally-
sledding or whatever. I think
Yep.
it's I like it. That's
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Woo.
Who
Woo.
wants to make a motion then?
We've already
I
had a
thought Kate
motion.
already did.
I
No,
made
made
a
the
motion
motion.
and Jen seconded it. So I think we all just basically agree to the motion that we just made.
Yeah.
Because I made a motion, then Jen
Yeah.
seconded it. So I think we're just
Okay,
all
I
at
didn't
peace
hear
with
the
it.
sec, okay, I apologize, I didn't hear the second.
No,
No worries.
It's
Okay.
a
Yeah,
nice
I
lively
second.
discussion. I like it. So to get back, so we voted. And so can someone get back to the Tulip Commission? I forget, or Tulip, the
The
Concom.
Conservation Commission to
Yeah,
Mary
I
Overhaul.
can,
Okay. you wanna-
I can, I've already, because I have followed up with them on something, so.
Okay.
get back
Did
to them on
Scott,
that.
I think Scott reached out to me a while on this, didn't he? So I can get back to him and Matt Fear too. So I can reach out to,
Okay, so
Scott
you've
as
got
well.
Matt and Scott.
I'm pretty sure
okay.
Scott reached out to me or sent an email that I answered. So, right. So I need to, all right. Congress. We're like, why? Like we're slowly getting there.
We ain't
I
functioning
still think
much
we're more
better.
efficient than
I
Congress.
was
Come
saying, I
on.
think we are way more
That's
efficient
not
than
I'm
Congress any
insulted.
day. All right.
We're
So
we're actually doing it right. We're doing it right.
Yeah.
You have a
We should have debate.
Mhm.
you make a
discussion.
motion, somebody seconds the motion. Is there any further discussion? You have discussed
Mhm.
before. You make the motions, further discussion, and then it goes to, and no further discussion, it goes to a vote. So we're
Oh, we
doing
did
it right. We
Oh,
did
okay.
right.
Yeah. No,
did
that's
good.
Look at us.
it's democracy in action. I like it.
Whoa.
Yay.
So, all right. So we've
Hurrah.
had our 250th discussion. All right. Just in interest of moving along, because I have to go walk my dog. My husband's away for the week. And he's gonna, hopefully he doesn't pee. Do we want to talk about fundraising, or do we want to table that for our next meeting?
Table it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
table it. I mean.
We're
okay,
tired.
We're tired. I
Yeah,
know
We
it's,
could
we're
just,
tired.
for a month, we
Good,
could
yeah.
just all think of
Kate's little girl is
fundraising
tired.
ideas.
yeah, just kind
Go
of
do
think
your
up,
homework.
think up things. Yeah. Just come up with ideas, you know. All right, scarecrow contest. Do we need to do anything at the moment? I know there was like some discussion about the Rotary and all
No,
that, which is
no.
not,
So,
which is pushed
did
off.
you see my email?
Yeah, I did. I just don't remember it, what it said.
So
off the top of my
I
head.
filed a use of the common form. Okay. So it's under review. Went to
Okay.
Chief Palmieri, the town manager. The next step is to get on the selectmen's agenda to get
Mhm.
approval because of using those stakes. I propose that we use the bottom halves of the shepherd hooks that we put the flags out for.
Mm.
When we put out the flags for the different holidays, Memorial Day, whatever, we use these shepherd's hooks. So I was going to use the bottom half of that, and the people can zip tie their scarecrow so that it doesn't blow out into the street, because that's what the chief was worried about.
Yep.
So I have to go. The flags belong to the town, so I have to go in front of I have to get on the selectmen's agenda for ask permission to do this, and that's
Okay.
it. But it's already been through the town manager, the police chief,
Mhm.
fire chief, and all that. Police chief.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so
And
that's
so
what that's.
we have the supplies for it, like those shepherd's hooks. We already have those, you're saying?
No, we don't. We're
Oh.
asking to borrow the shepherd's hook
Oh, okay. Got
from
it.
the inventory of the flags. There's
Mhm.
a couple of hundred flags that the town bought that we put out, and I want to borrow the bottom half of them. And so
Mhm.
you'll see on the common use form, I think I said, I don't know, is it 10/1 to November something? I don't have it in front of me. So we have use of the common during that time. So we would need to buy, I don't know, zip ties, a couple of big bags of zip ties. That's the only way I could think to mount them,
Mhm.
because there's no place to mount them. It's not like there's a fence all around the common
Yeah.
or anywhere else for that matter.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my update on that. I'm done.
All right. All right, good. Any questions, anybody? We're good on that? Sounds good. All right, the Google Drive, our ongoing issue of like trying to morph these together. I think we'll have to work on it. So that everybody has access to make sure everyone has access to it.
Yeah,
And,
send us the link to it, because like Robin was looking for stuff. I can't find, Alice had a whole file up there. I can't get in. I can't find it.
huh.
Show
Well,
me
I'll
some
give
of
you,
yours.
I'll check and
Give
make
me a
sure you
link.
have access to it. Like, I'll
Okay.
make sure everybody has access to
Yeah.
it. Because I know there's two large Google Drive files. And one was created by Alice, and one is, I'm not sure who created
Megan,
it. Us?
Megan and I,
Megan
because
did.
I did
Oh.
all the,
Yeah, we want to try to morph them together and then so I'll check on access to them.
my Megan did it because she always does the big Excel sheet I love,
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
stole some of it a
Well,
couple
so
times.
I'll look into that again and just see what we've got. It's just like we have a lot of repetitive stuff in each one. You know, it's just there's a lot of overlap and some stuff we may not really need to put in them because everything is preserved online on the town website in terms of agenda and minutes. So,
Right.
all right. Any other questions about that? My name.
Nope.
All right. Any public comment? No, we don't have anyone from the public here. Any new business?
Nope.
You. All right,
I'm
next
looking at-
meeting date. Okay, so May. All right, let's look at May.
The 12th this town meeting is the election. So
Right, it's a
Right.
voting day.
Right, we're voting.
Do you want to do the 19th?
What does everybody say?
I can do that.
That's okay.
That's okay with me, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's already in my calendar, so. I can do
Yep.
that.
Yeah, it's like the third,
Is that the third Tuesday?
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which is, yeah, I think it's better for us because I think we clash with the town select board.
Yeah, it didn't even occur to me when we moved the
No,
meeting
that's okay.
to
We just
make sure there
moved
was
this
a-
month a week earlier, so,
You clash with planning board, select boards up
Yeah.
above,
yeah,
down below is
planning boards in that
board,
room.
and
Yeah,
other, yeah.
okay, all right, so we'll do that. Yeah, and then the following week is Memorial Day. Okay, good. Let me see. Okay, I think that's everything. Can we get a vote to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Vote, I'm sorry, motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I
That's
second
me,
it.
Megan.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
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 No one opposed?